We mix it all with these, baby, come and feel the beat. Ooh, we are BTM reviews, baby. Nobody does it like us. Hey, you know I want to fight with honey. Blend it all in harmony, yeah. Yeah, yeah. For the bourbon, top the toys tonight. Ripped his mumble, but we're feeling right. Media spins, but stand our ground. Craft enjoyment, every beat and sound. Dive in the mix will set you free. Here at BTM Reviews, join the symphony. Ooh, we are BTM Reviews, baby. Yeah, yeah. Nobody does it like us. Hey, you know I want you to vibe with honey. Blend it all in harmony, yeah. Stand tall, raise a glass, let's get by. Together we'll make the spirits high. Leave the naysayers and the dust child. Join the rhythm, sing and get wild. Ooh, we are BTM Reviews, baby. Nobody does it like us. Hey, you know we're about to do sky vibe with honey. Blend it all in harmony, yeah.
In a world that's moving fast, grips is trying to make it last. But here we are in our own lane, talking bourbon, toys and things, chasing dreams like wild horses. Yeah, faithful hearts in the frame. BCM Reviews, we won't fade away. With passion in our veins, we're here to stay. From the bourbon's glow to stories untold, together in this journey, brave and bold. Lighting up the night sky with every sip and every sigh, celebrating moments with true and real. It's in these things we find appeal. Grifters fade into the mist. Yeah, we rise above and we exist. BCM Reviews, we won't fade away. With passion in our veins, we're here to say. From the bourbon's glow to stories untold, together in this journey, brave and bold. We'll keep talking about what we love in the world that we're dreaming of. Together we'll rise above anything that comes our way. BCM Reviews, we won't fade away. With passion in our veins, we're here to stay. From the bourbon's glow to stories untold, together in this journey, brave and bold.
Welcome to BTM Reviews, where we talk about the news. Got the scoop you need to hear. Stay a while, join the cheer. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Pour the bourbon, let it flow. Talking drinks you need to know. Whiskey's aged in barrels old. Stories told in glasses full. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz.
let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat, we don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Movies, flicks on silver screens. Drama, action, fill your dreams. Real to real, the stories told. Lights and camera, new and old. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Movies, flicks on silver screens. Drama, action, fill your dreams. Real to real, the stories told. Lights and camera, new and old. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz, come take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today.
Hey guys, this is Dave with B Team Reviews on this Friday night. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, pretty good day for me today. I didn't have to go anywhere, but got a lot of stuff done. And what's up, Jim? How are you, buddy?
Hello.
Caught him off guard. Cynic, what's up, buddy?
I'm good, brother. What's going on?
Not too
Big
much.
news today. Big news today.
What's
Yeah.
that?
It's my
Nick
birthday.
Rekieta. Big win for Nick Rekieta.
That's not big news.
Okay.
It's your birthday, Cynic?
Sure is.
Well, for that's big news because he weighs 400 pounds.
Fucking dick. What an asshole, Jim.
The only thing bigger news about that would be something that Jeremy DeCordering fucking said because he's 500 pounds.
That'd be his pant size.
Yeah, his pants size.
That's pretty big.
47 triple D.
What is Jeremy up to lately, dude? What's his fucking deal?
Simping like a motherfucker for whoever he can simp for.
Man,
He's giving firm handshakes to pedophiles and
he's been looking for a female co-host to do a show with for 2-3 years now. And now he's finally got one in Melanie Mack. So
I already had Goth. Didn't he have Gothics on too?
he had Gothics on that show, yeah. But Melanie Mack is like his weird little pick-me co-host.
Is that?
I like.
How long has that been going on? Shut up, Jim.
Fucking Jim.
How long have they been streaming together?
I couldn't tell you. 6 months, maybe.
Together forever and never.
That's about as long as it lasted with that Sydney chick, right?
Yeah. It was awfully funny how she just disappeared after she filed that lawsuit, and he was like, firm handshakes with her, and I'm going to do all this, and then she just, disappeared.
Ghosted everybody. Yeah.
Well, I wonder if there's a lawsuit against Jeremy.
I was
by
thinking
her,
that
maybe,
too, man.
something, and it was all NDA'd and settled real fast. I don't know. I'm just saying it's weird. It's very weird.
Made some pretty egregious comments to her, man. When I was watching,
Weird.
What's his name doing on Tim Pool's show tonight? I thought he was hiding out in Australia.
No, he's a big star, man. Elijah, he's a big man.
Oh, Elijah Wood, the guy who's a closeted homosexual man.
No, Elijah Schaefer. Elijah Wood is the homosexual that was in guy in the Lord of the Rings.
I get my Elijahs mixed up. You know what I mean?
The Lord of the Kangs.
Yeah, they all look the same to me.
No, I thought he was in Australia because he was scared of going to jail.
No, he lives. His wife is Australian, and he lives in Australia.
Yeah, conveniently
He
moved
didn't
there.
live in Australia
No,
until January 7th.
Well, he's pardoned now, so he can come back.
Well, that's why I was wondering. Is that why he went on the show? Because he knew he wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, he's
You know,
been
is this
back.
the first time he's been back since? I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think he's been back.
You guys stepped all over my big news, though.
What's the big news?
Nick Rekieta got 50 years in prison.
Well, now you're just lying because it was.
I know, because you guys stepped all over it. Well, Nick Rekieta got I'd say the best outcome possible at this point. If he couldn't get the search warrant thrown out and everything, it's basically they lowered the charges to a class 3, and it had a stay of adjudication, which means it's not a conviction. He goes to probation or something and meets all the requirements, and then it just goes away, and it's like it never happened.
Right.
And so
yeah, but imagine all the spinning he could have done in prison, though. I mean, he does enjoy that kind of thing, right?
I don't know what that means, but and then also part of the deal was they dismissed the charges against his wife and April. So
isn't that why he took the deal?
Well, probably they dismissed all those charges. Plus, they got rid of everything else was dismissed too. So he doesn't, plus, I mean, basically, no matter what, like if you couldn't get the, that was the thing. I think I said it originally that you try to get the search warrant thrown out, and if you can't get the search warrant thrown out, you plead guilty and you get it knocked down, and you take a diversion or probation.
Actually,
type
a first-time offense.
Yeah, because it's too much of a risk. And who knows? Maybe he had something in the deal that he still can appeal the search warrant, and if it comes back as invalid, then it just would all go. I don't know. Generally speaking, they kind of make you give up your appeals if you're going to do something like this. They say you got to, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't.
Well, taking this deal also drops off any record, right? So he gets to continue being a lawyer and all that good stuff.
Well, it's not a conviction, so they hold it back. So they couldn't take away. He would have to actually have the conviction before they could even
entertain taking it away. Yeah.
So because generally speaking, like they're lawyers, and lawyers are like very sticklers about the whole. Like, is it a conviction or not?
Sorry. Yeah. Ethan just started his show, Coinkydink. We say it every time. Scorpio RPO. I swear to God, every time we start.
Yeah, look at him. He's like wearing a fucking. Who is this? Ethan or is this Baked Alaska?
It's Baked Ethan.
It's Baked Ethan.
Yeah.
Think you took a few gummies before this show? I don't know.
Who knows?
Look at him. MAGA AF, it says.
Oh, shit. You see that, Jim? Yeah. Go ahead and place Frog Tony on the board, Dave.
Why?
I don't know why, but I will.
I don't know. I know he was in the Biggest Problems chat earlier. I saw him.
Who was?
Yeah, he was getting dumped on a reality show earlier today.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to thank Moo Buckaroo.
Yeah, he made a new once. Yeah.
I made a new thank you. You like that one, Jim? Little solar flare action?
All right.
You're a dick. I know you didn't make it. Thanks for the... It's all right. You can't say, yeah, man, nice job.
I thought it was great, man.
It's the greatest thing I've ever done.
I said it's all right. I didn't know what it was. I was confused earlier when I saw it. I thought there was something wrong. I'm like, what the fuck is playing? I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, man.
I feel like that happens a lot in your life.
What? What?
I just got to know, how many times have you been married, Jim?
That face. Come on, Jim.
I'm gonna put this as Frog Tony Buckaroo. How about that? Buckaroo. What is today? The 24th? All right, 120.
Oh, and in other big news, Pete Hegseth was confirmed as the defense secretary tonight. It was 50-50 tied, and J.D. Vance had to break the tie because Mitch McConnell and Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins all voted against him because they're a bunch of fucking three bitches. They're three bitches.
Same problem.
I don't have notifications on for anything Summer Swan, so I never know when people are streaming unless I go to YouTube and look. I don't have any notifications turned on.
Yeah, but Dave's been had his notification up for hours now.
Yeah. I posted it at like fucking 4 this afternoon that we were, and then Ethan saw it and said, "Oh, okay, I'll go live." 'Cause I saw him say it actually.
Actually, he did say maybe I will go live if the super chats are nice.
That's
like
what he said.
ago.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Yeah,
He's something along those lines. I swear to God, yeah.
Yeah, something along the lines of "fuck Dave." He said, "Fuck that Dave guy."
Yeah, he did say
fuck
that
Dave.
He said,
Fuck
"Fuck
Dave.
that N-word, Dave," is what he said. And
But there was an oid. It was oid at the end, so you know,
yeah. So it was
Well,
scientific.
It was scientific.
Yeah.
Scientific.
He was using his scientific brain to crack on me. I don't like notifications, man. The phone rings and dings all day long for work. I don't need other stuff going off. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's like, oh man, Jesus Christ. And sometimes, like, if you got Twitter notifications on, holy shit, you're laying in bed and people are just tweeting at 3 o'clock in the morning, or you wake up, or you woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning because people live, in different time zones, and they're going hard. And you're like, holy shit, I got to turn this thing off. I don't want to hear this buzzing all night or all morning.
Yeah, mine are all delivered silently. So I get up and there's like a mile of like notifications.
Yeah. So big news, Rekieta's plea deal. He pled guilty, but no conviction, which is nice. So what's he guilty of then if he's not convicted?
Nothing.
So
He's entering a guilty plea, but it hasn't. The judge holds it back. It's not entered, so he's technically has no conviction. That's how it works.
but if he
fucks up, then they would enter the conviction.
right. Well, I wonder what kind of limitations are going to put on him for as long as he's on probation.
I mean, the only things they could really put on him is that he might have to take random drug tests for a while, maybe for a year or so. They might tell him he can't drink.
Yeah, he just can't commit any more felonies.
Well, drinking's not a felony.
Yeah, but if you're on their drug test,
Their plan. Yeah.
you're not allowed alcohol either. But alcohol, I mean, they normally don't bust your butt for that.
Yeah, especially like, I don't know, first time offender, right? It's not like, who knows?
It just
I don't ever
depends on
want to be
how
in that
strict their
position.
system is up there. Yeah, me neither.
I never want to be in that position. So we got Jeremy the quartering acting like a tard so he can be friends with Gothics. And be like, was he trying to charm her or something? Like being Mr. Cool and say how cool Eric is and how much he loves him? Is that what he's doing, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can see what he's doing. He's watching Ethan. Must be interesting.
I doubt it. It's probably just Katie's clips.
He's just ranting.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
What's up?
You get the solar flare report?
Maybe. Oh, you cocksucker. Making fucking me look bad.
Well, I don't think it was the
No,
report.
the fucking thing, the computer, as soon as I click and see what
Good
it did,
morning,
it fucked
observers.
it all up.
Today we've got several
We're
space
supposed to
weather
start
items
playing
to hit.
and it
We'll check
fucking
in on
changed
the
this-
UK and Ireland. There's a new study
Fucked
out
it
about
up, Jim.
sand ripples at large scale and what causes them. We've got magnetar mysteries and confirmation of the party line on
Magnetards.
the magnetic pole shift. Right now, we've
What's
shifted to
worse,
193
magnetards or
angstroms
ripitards?
of light with the last 24 hours on our star. Things were pretty
Magna.
calm. Solar flaring is dropping out as the large sunspot groups depart the Earth-facing half of the sun. There are several items on the watch list, and that begins with the 2 plasma eruptions the sun sent our way about 48 hours ago. They are closing in on geospace and should begin to make their Earth impacts tonight. Eyes open, minor solar storm condition auroras are likely. Up next, folks, the big sunspots continue turning out of view. That's why the flaring is lower. And as we said yesterday, that blank hemisphere turning in from the left actually will be speckled with sunspots. Best way to see it is here, where the brightness of the departing sunspots on the right is also seen coming over the left side as well. We'll see those soon. You can also notice the darkness at the left side in 211 angstroms, stretching longitudinally. That's the next major coronal hole. Despite its reach up to the north, it is actually the south polar opening. We'll be facing Earth next week. Prayers for the islands in the northeast Atlantic. Extratropical storm pounding the area with hurricane-force winds. Cleanup is underway while the fastest winds are heading northward now. Absolutely brutal windstorm. Up next, we're going to a cool graphic from a paper on sand ripples and what causes them, including impactors and water. If any of you have seen the desert ripple analyses like the ones by Jimmy Corsetti at Bright Insight, this paper can help fine-tune your eye on which ripples come from which sources. Interesting mystery up next. They say...
What?
Well, because
What the fuck did he just say?
We said go check out Jimmy Corsetti, because Jimmy Corsetti's got a channel called Bright Insight. And,
I know
good
who Jimmy
guy,
Corsetti is. Yeah.
Yeah, good channel. And then he was talking about the ripples, because you got to know where the ripples come from, just like Fred Sanford always said. You know, you got to have that sham pipple.
Yeah, like the sand ripples. Whew.
Yeah, show you which way the wind blows, which way the water came from. I don't know. Something.
But why did it have Mars?
Because they see it on Mars too. So it's like, well, there must have been water on Mars.
Go back.
Okay.
Right there.
Right here. See? So see it? It's water.
Hydro.
Yeah.
Dynamic ripples.
Yeah. Impact ripples. That's what they're saying. Like they're finding all these, things that they say are water ripples on Mars. So they're like, it's got to be, there must have been water there then. That's what they're saying.
Huh.
What the fuck?
Starting to doubt our woo-woo stuff.
Seeing the desert ripple analyses like the ones by Jimmy Corsetti at Bright Insight, this paper can help fine-tune your eye on which ripples come from which sources. Interesting mystery up next. They say that a gamma ray burst has caused them to rethink all of their rules. The duration of the X-rays and gamma rays...
Hey, wait a minute. See, now this makes me wonder, because he just said a gamma ray burst from a star, but didn't the guy last night on Wi-Fi say gamma rays only come from nuclear explosions?
Yeah.
He said they don't come from space.
Okay, well, there's something.
You guys were agreeing with them. I didn't know.
I don't know, man. I agree with everything. I'm doing improv. I go, yes, and?
Yeah, we got a whole video to keep watching that you agreed with the guy for a long time.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit any known model of the gamma burst production. Folks, humans really do just guess at deep space. We really don't know. Lastly, folks, what we do know is that we've been discussing the weaker magnetic field of Earth a lot lately. Here we get another confirmation that the smaller and weaker solar eruptions of May 2024 hit Earth much harder than the bigger and stronger eruptions of 2003. We knew it made bigger auroras. Now we have the data that its punch was more powerful, which again is only possible if this planet is on the downward spiral of the magnetic pole shift.
We're on a downward spiral, man.
Now that the Suspicious Observer's name is retired, we decided to do one last run of the Suspicious Observer's gear. Folks, if you have any of the old gear that says Suspicious Observers and not Space Weather News, that is rare stuff now. Link below to get the last run with the old name.
Yeah,
Only
highly
available
collectible.
until
Guys should
January
hang on to
31st,
it.
And based on yesterday, they're not going to last that long. Link below. Also, don't forget to come see us in person. That a pole shift disaster cycle conference tomorrow. Plenty more events this year. Pick a date. Come see us. And it starts at observerranch.com. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow. right here, but right now it's 5 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.
Eyes open. No
This
fear.
just in. Billy Carson starts new Bible study after losing to Wes.
You know, I'm not an expert in biblical text. I don't pretend to be.
No shit.
You happen to stumble into one of the world's foremost experts on biblical texts. I see stories kind of being extremely similar in certain areas where it seems as if, since these ancient texts were a little bit older than the biblical text, it seems as if some of it was somehow copied or rewritten or reinterpreted. And, you know, they discovered the gospel of Jesus. His wife and professor at the University of Harvard, you know, brought it to their attention and put it, it's in the Harvard Seminary. They'd say that it could have been that maybe he got married, maybe he had kids, maybe the Merovingian bloodline is still on this planet till this very day. Did you know that in the Sinai Bible, which predates the King James Bible, Jesus was never even crucified, guys? He lived on, got married, never got crucified.
If Satan started a Bible study, this is how it would look like. Bringing an ex-Christian scholar and Billy Carson, who still claims that Jesus was married.
You know, I'm
Poor Billy. Poor Billy. He made a lot of money off of that shit, though, stimulated, so we can't feel too bad for him.
Oh, I don't feel bad for him at all.
No.
Not even
Not at
a
all.
little bit. I don't have a personal chef.
You don't have what?
A personal chef.
No shit. And 5 air conditioning units?
Yeah, I don't have a personal chef on Thursdays and Fridays, and I only have 4 air conditioner units. So
Slacking, dude.
I know. I don't feel sorry for him. Piece of shit.
You got to start talking more about fake Bible stuff.
Yeah, because
Know
if
what
I
I
talk
mean?
real Bible stuff, I wouldn't get the following, right? I got to trick all the whales like Jim. I mean, you know, old guys.
Well, no. Billy Carson's been on Joe Rogan's show, dude. Like,
I forget about that, dude. Like that's
maybe Joe ought to vet these guys a little better.
It seems like most of the bad dudes he's had on were
But he likes that stuff. He likes the alternate history stuff. So I don't blame Joe. He's not going to go that deep into it, right? He's like, he doesn't believe in God, right? So this is kind of like right up his alley. Like, yeah, that whole book is stupid, isn't it?
yeah.
You heard Billy last night talking about how the Bible is a bunch of fucking sheep. Like called Abraham. What's it? Abraham? Called him a child killer or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Jim,
What's up?
what's Ethan talking about? Anything exciting?
Oh, he's talking about the Matt Barr, like, because I guess Ethan had hired Matt Barr to do some work last year before all this shit happened. And he's like, hey, I need a W-9 for what I paid you so I can file my taxes and everything. You know, you got to fill this out. And Matt Barr's like, go fuck yourself. So I don't know. You know, I would just, if I was Ethan, then I would say, okay, I'll just report it and say I paid you fucking twice as much as I did then, asshole.
Yeah. Like, dude, you're the guy that's going to get fucked in this, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna get fucked at all. Why would you just like
Why
well
would
he just said he'd wait until the very last second to do it. He didn't say he wouldn't do it. But it'd be funny if he did, because then he's admitting to tax fraud.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do that because he's an independent contractor. I mean,
he's an independent head wound.
very true.
I don't know if that head wound is independent. I think there's several of them.
Yeah, you think it's transmitted?
Yeah.
I don't know. He did drop the hard R-N word though. Matt
Yeah,
Barr
but
did.
everybody's doing that. Frog Tony's doing it.
No, not everybody. I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. That is wrong. You should never do it. It's a bad word. It's like one of them words that you just should never use.
Let me explain it like this. Either it's all okay or none of it's okay.
None of it is okay. None of it is okay.
I don't
That's
use
it. I'm calling it now. It's not okay.
Okay. Now that you
Okay?
said, I don't use it out of respect for my friends that are colored.
You
Like
can't
that
say
kind
that
of-
either.
Yeah, why not?
Because
Ruby's colored.
because you can't say it. You can't say people. You can't say colored people. It's people of color now.
Now Ruby's a colored man.
He's a bona fide colored man.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes,
I
he
knew-
says it. I'm colored. So out of respect for Ruby, even though he tries to get me to do it on CG Church every Sunday, I don't say it.
He wants Jesker to say it really bad.
He did get Jesker to say it.
Like,
yeah, Ruby hates biggers, by the way.
Oh, here you want? We can see this is what Ethan's talking about right now. He's talking about that he paid Matt that Matt did this logo for Ethan
Ew.
for Fearsome, and
Or,
it's like
you know.
it's unusable, but I
It's like
still paid him.
professional.
That is
So
terrible.
you know, Matt
that's
did this,
hideous.
and I can't use it. Okay, but I still paid him. It's unusable, but it's just work. You know. Yeah, it's like, please just stop. Yeah, please. That's what a kill fee is. Just please stop. I'll pay you a percentage of what you would have made. That's what a kill fee is. Like, if you were gonna make $2,000 off of a project, here's $500. You don't have to do anything more for work that you didn't do, that that was going to be projected into the future. You pay them for everything they did do, and then for the work that they were expecting, but they're not going to get 25% is good. That's a good kill fee. And then stop working, please.
Yeah, I'm
So
really starting to
there's this.
rethink my
The other thing that
assessment
Matt did was Matt did a cover.
that Matt is a good artist. The more
Yeah.
stuff I see,
It's
the
not a
more
bad
I'm like,
cover,
he's not a good
but
artist.
I can't use it because
He's
Matt
not a
has
good
made
artist. I've
himself
said that
so
forever.
despised, so reviled to any audience that we might have shared. You know what I mean? That I cannot print it. I would lose money. I would lose more money than I already paid him printing his cover. He has gone out of his way to be
Although that would be a
obnoxious, to
very
be
valuable cover
disgusting,
because no one would
to
buy
be
it, so I would
hateful.
have 20 of them.
That'd be one of the worst
CGC
people,
them,
I
and they
think,
would be worth
among the
hundreds.
worst people that I've encountered in this space.
Can
And so I
you
can't
mute it
print
for a
his cover
second?
for that reason.
Sure.
I'd like a
So he paid him for this, right? So Ethan owns this.
Yeah.
Yes.
This will be a cover.
Why? What do you mean?
Oh, it's going to be one of those. Well, I made 50 on accident, like in 2 years, and he's going to find
You
it.
think the troll Matt Barr, he would do it? That's a terrible.
Jim just said it would be fucking valuable, and it would be if he had
Get it.
like 50 copies and they were never made again. Right?
He don't think that's a funny thing.
What's a funny thing?
What you just said. Look, he's laughing.
Oh, I mean, do you think he would do that?
I don't know.
It depends on if it's a good joke. Then yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing that Ethan did with the stuff with what's his face's Kane and White stuff. He was like, because it was funny at the time, but Kane and White's
CG, yeah, king
No,
of
yeah,
CG. He's a
yeah.
king.
yeah, So anyway, you guys
I'm
want to
just
hear what
wondering.
they're talking about?
I'm sure it's enlightening.
Cass end.
Well,
All of them.
this one's in the toilet, I think.
Oh, is Dan not?
It seems like
just
Dan.
knowing Dan.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know of, like just that he's like a normal guy.
Yeah.
If I was him, I wouldn't do it.
It sounds like he was
He's
very
got like a
upset
real
by
life
this.
and a real business.
Yeah.
There's no.
Hey, Pastor
there's
Flash.
no
Well,
defending
He doesn't want to
it.
be connected
Glad
to
your
it.
surgery
I heard
went
that he
well.
actually, the girl who's
And
trying
his
to.
business is like an app
Get
that
well,
helps you
brother.
delete stuff from social media. So
thank you
Oh,
for
so
the
that's an
5.
optics
Looks-
disaster for
look
him.
like poo.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave and
This would
gang.
be-
Just out of surgery, having tumor removed. Everything's good. Just high. Yeah, that's the best part, right? When you get out of surgery.
Gary, have you
Oh, man. I didn't even know Australia had hospitals, since it's a fake country and everything.
They're ran by koalas.
Or the dingoes.
You think the dingoes are running hospitals? Maybe
Yeah.
on the west side. Yeah.
Yeah, little bastards. So anyway, back. What are they talking about, Jim?
they were talking about
okay,
Destiny.
My problem is
Oh.
He's an asshole.
you brought the problem.
They know
in.
more
You
about
heard
that
it
shit than
out.
we
We're
do.
going,
And you
why
have
did
no
Alex Jones-
opinion of it.
I have an opinion.
That $100,000 would be enough, unless they're a porn star, in which case, you don't. It doesn't matter what gets recorded of you.
No, if they're a porn star, they would still have damages. I just think they would be lesser.
Yeah, interesting.
It's interesting that I have an opinion. You're saying I don't have an opinion. I'm literally giving you my opinion.
Finally, yeah.
Finally.
It's interesting. It's an interesting
What he
opinion.
did was
Does
very
Frog Tony
immoral
have
and
a
wrong
cover
and
yet?
very, very stupid and very possibly
Yeah, 2 or 3.
horny-brained. I don't
Is
know.
it a problem?
It is
Oh,
a
does he?
problem.
It's a problem.
That's why I
Okay.
brought
He's
it
got
in
one
as
by
a
Joe
problem.
Ball,
Okay.
Jimmy Reyes,
Okay.
and then
You know, does that mean I'm never going to watch a Destiny video
Don't know
again? Probably
who-
not. I'll probably watch that, you know.
the
Oh,
other
by the way,
pops
when's
up
Joe
on a-
Ball's fucking
I don't know what he's getting
300-page
invited
book
to,
coming
though,
out?
You don't
now.
have to
Never.
care.
He's got that Me Too stigma.
You honestly don't have to care at all.
I don't have to care. I just
That I fucking ordered because of Nick Rekieta.
never.
Yeah, don't ever do anything because of Nick Rekieta. I've learned that lesson.
Joe Ball, you know, hey, Joe Ball's a good artist, man. You guys should support him. Okay, I supported him one night. That was like a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Had to be at least 2 years ago because Joe Ball hasn't been around for 2 years on like flashcasts and shit majorly. You haven't been watching that shit for over a year now.
But I know that's why I went to 2 years. But like, fucking, and he's doing covers for Frog Tony, and his book's not done. I guess
Yeah.
he needs the cash.
I'm assuming. I don't really know.
I wonder what a Joe Ball cover costs.
From the people I've talked to in the indie scene, most covers range from like $1,000 to like 2,500.
It depends. Like a cover from someone like Ethan's $4 or $5 grand, I would say.
That's
I
that's why I
know.
said most of the people that I've talked to because I've asked.
I
them,
would
like,
expect to pay $5,000 for an Ethan cover for sure. Like
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
probably Graham
make
Nolan
$5
as
grand
well.
off of it, yeah.
Yeah. So
You guys looking forward to the release of the War of the Separation or whatever it's called?
oh, is that the
I've
new
already
Eric thing?
studied the War of Secession back in school, so
That's the Eric July thing, right?
Yeah.
You got it?
What? No, I don't have it. I just was asking.
I just saw a post about it today.
Yeah, I saw a post about it. And I guess, and then Yellow Flash's book is not coming out this month. It's not coming out until March at the earliest.
But I thought he
So-
has no late books.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've got the money waiting. I had it all ready. I thought it was going to be. It's like 20. I was like, oh, it's going to get released, and it didn't. Because it's a book I've been waiting on.
yeah, Jim took a loan out, a title pawn out on his Ferrari to get
Yeah,
Yellow Flash's book.
yeah.
Now he's got to start paying that back next month.
I know.
Well, he doesn't have any comics under collections right now. What?
It's because Yaira's not a collection; it's a full-blown book.
No,
Well,
No.
Chris, I think, yeah, you'd pay a lot of money for a Chuck Dixon cover because he doesn't draw.
Yeah, he's a writer. You probably pay a lot more because it'd take him forever to do it because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
So let's talk about
is
important
Bloodruth
things.
done?
Bloodruth?
Yeah, the
I don't
campaign's
know.
over with.
Yeah, they got it. Well, they got the Yaira 2 campaign. They got the War of the Secession. They got I guess there's got to be a few books he's trying to get. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speculate, but it almost appears like maybe Eric July is having some kind of financial difficulties or something, and he needs to spit out some of his own products real quick to get some money.
Jim, you can't say that. He just hired
Dude, the war. When does that War of Secession drop? Tomorrow?
the 29th?
Yeah.
Oh, the 29th. Oh, in a week. All right.
Yeah. So, and he said he's going to be he's definitely going to have another book dropping next month because
I wonder if I can make another Twitter alt. If I can make a Twitter alt and get in with the Ripaverse guys and get into some of their back rooms.
No,
Well,
you can't.
It would that would take a lot of work, man.
I know a couple of people who are already in there. They could invite me in.
Look at this. Yaira 2, 25 days left. They've raised $243,000. That's pretty good.
No, it's not.
I feel like that hurts your mouth to say.
7,000 books sold. So 243. Oh my God. Let's see.
This book doesn't
242.
make any sense to me, though. What the fuck is she doing in Atlantis? Like, if you read the thing talking about what this is, talking about Atlantis and shit, like, what?
He's averaging $34 a sale.
Yeah, big money, bro. I told y'all, man. Horseman was gonna go to the moon. That was his last big hit. Was Horseman.
I don't know. I have a feeling he's going to stop doing this, though. He's going to, as far as like saying what he's selling and how much money it's raised, like really quick.
He wanted to do that to begin with, but the fans rioted. Remember?
I didn't think was Atlantis in Yaira 1?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, at the end of it, she met Neptune.
How the fuck? I don't know. I can't keep track of this retardation.
You didn't watch the Frog Tony review of Yaira?
Who?
That sentence, was that a sentence you just said out loud?
Yeah, it was a sentence I said out loud. Yeah.
Two things I never heard of.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, $34 per transaction based on those numbers.
Kevin
looks like he's just basically selling books now. People are tired of the merch, and they're not buying CGC books.
Well, they must not be, because he's not CGCing any of these other books. He said that the war of the war of the elves and men, or whatever it's called, is
the war of the secession. It's a
whatever it is.
Yeah,
is
just a straight comic.
It's
going to be like Gooding.
Yeah, it's going to be like Gooding.
So who wrote this one? Who wrote this fucking book?
Who?
Was this Chuck Dixon? Did he write this book?
I think Chuck Dixon, yeah. Which is weird, because you would think that since Eric had the whole thing flushed out in the Bible and all that shit, that he would have this all sorted out already. I don't know.
Yeah. Didn't somebody post about Chuck Dixon having an interview or something with, he was posting about his talking about the lore of the Rippaverse, and he says, I don't know what Eric's talking about. Like, I don't know. I guess I have to write this. And I wanted, like, Salty said, we need links, but the guy never sent the links, because if you don't see it, it's hard to prove it really happened, right?
I'll be right back, fellas.
Okie doke. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that Yellow Flash is pushed back till when? March, Jim? Is that what you said?
March is when it's going to be
put online.
Yeah.
So this is 2 years later, right? Basically.
What do you mean? It's somewhere near Florida, I think.
I'm saying 2 years later from when it should have been released.
Yeah.
Or at least a year and a half. All I can say, man, is that Yellow Flash guy, he's a really nice guy letting him take this long. I don't get it. But I'm sure Eric's got a good plan. He'll make it all work out. I don't care, because I ain't buying it. Jim will buy me one.
What? Buy you one what?
A book. Cynic's gone. Crazy Cat will enter the chat soon.
Nah, I'm right here. I just had to go get some coffee.
Oh, you're not one of those guys that you can't drink caffeine at night? Oh, boy.
Oh, I do. I drink caffeine every night. That's all I drink is caffeine.
I drink caffeine till I go to bed. That shit don't bother me.
I drink caffeine while I'm in bed.
And so, like, if I've got to get up early in the morning, I try not to drink it too late, because I have a hard time going to sleep. But usually,
from caffeine?
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. Caffeine doesn't bother me.
It depends on what kind of caffeine. Coffee's not too bad, but like energy drinks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll keep me a little wired. So
Got to offset it with your vodka, dude.
you're right. You're exactly right. What am I thinking? Jesus
Wait.
Christ! See why I come on this
It's-
show?
It's Friday night. You ain't got no work tomorrow. You're not
No.
chopping any wood. You still got snow on the ground. Or it melt already.
It's still on the ground. It's iced
Yeah.
over and shit. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. I don't think I have any vodka right now.
Oh, you bought a small bottle when you bought it last week?
Oh yeah, dude. Because if not, my family's my family's a bunch of alcoholics, so I try to keep alcohol away. Because
I noticed. I'm still looking for this bottle. Like, I can't.
I've got to go to the brewery. I've been to every liquor store around.
I swear, I looked at my mailbox. I went to my PO box.
Yeah.
Weird.
Just keep looking, man. Just keep looking. It's there somewhere.
I'll send you the fucking money, dude.
I'm not worried about the money. I'm just worried about finding it. I haven't had a chance to go to the brewery. Plus, when I go, I want to take my brother with me. So I got to work the schedule out.
You'll have a great time. They're
Yeah,
fun
I'm
to
sure.
go to. All right, Jim. What do we got here? Episode 7.
Jim doesn't
Episode
know.
7.
Okay, this is right. Here's where dipshit's looking for the girl, right?
Yeah.
Yep, looking for the girl.
The hooker.
You know, I can't tell. Like, the show doesn't do a very good job of continuously making this guy look like a drug addict all the time. Because in this
Not
episode, he's super strung out, and then the next episode, he looks.
Well, he's doing what's called, he's battling it. He's trying to kick it, but see, that's the thing with heroin. It's one of them things where, doesn't always work out the way you want.
Yeah, he's just a fat heroin addict too, isn't he?
Yeah, that is a big heroin addict.
Yeah, that's a big boy. I like this sheriff more and more now.
Oh yeah, he's a great
Yeah.
character. I like how he's
Yeah.
trying to ease into being a good guy and fuck
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, me too. Good guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is scenes from the last episode. And so they, what the fuck?
Are you frozen?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so then they jump to show like this guy, like I don't understand, like they do like a flashback to show like him dropping off the dude to the
flashback?
bondsman lady. This is like a flashback because then it goes because I think it's 2 weeks ago or something. So whatever it was, because this happened like before, you know what I mean? Like, like this is like right before he gets the phone call saying they found her shot and everything, and her,
Oh, it took 2 weeks for them to find the body.
right, yeah, till the body's washed up or whatever.
Right. So they wanted to show us why. Like,
Yeah. Or a week. It was they took some time.
Yeah.
It said like a week ago or whatever. So this was the day that he got the money. Remember, we went and got him and got the money. Like he went and dropped him off right away to her.
yeah,
And
got
then-
the cash, and then dropped him
Yeah.
off, and
Like in this, I didn't get this whole thing. Like this guy just. How did this guy know where to find him?
Yeah, that's never explained
ever. Like,
whatsoever.
Yeah, how and like where the meetup, where he was going to drive. I mean, how did all this?
Like, how did he even know that he was arrested? How did he know? Like, how did
Maybe
he know?
Maybe he called him. I don't know.
He would have never had a chance from the time he got caught until.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Because it's not like he brought him to the fucking jail.
No, Raylan had him the whole time, so it doesn't
Right.
make any sense how
she
he.
picked him up on the side of the interstate.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense how this happened. And what makes less sense is this guy that's Mr. Badass Security actually lets this guy get out of the car and get close to him. Like, what?
Well,
the
he
hell?
shows him he's got a gun.
I understand.
And how does the guy fucking get, how does this guy get out of handcuffs in the back? You know what I mean? How does this happen?
why was he opening the fucking door? Oh, he had a flat, right? Or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to help him fix his flat. Really,
yeah,
dude?
This whole thing doesn't make any sense. Like, this is what I didn't like about this episode. It's like, none of this makes any sense. Like, how this got set up. To get this guy who's, what, a filmmaker to come shoot out the tire?
Yeah.
To give him a flat. I mean...
Like, and a fucking drug addict filmmaker. He's another fucking dipshit on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy.
And then right here, I'll kill your ass too. So as soon as this guy left to go to the girl, that guy should have gotten his car and drove the fuck away.
Yeah, I'd have been.
Yeah, because you've got the keys to the van.
Yeah.
Why does he need the guy? He doesn't need him.
No,
Go on your fucking way.
Go on your way, and then call the cops and be like, I just saw some crazy guy jump out of a van, and he pointed a gun at me, and he was a scary black man. Go get him, you know what I mean? And then he would have been out of it.
Because you're out of it now,
Yeah,
right?
you're out
There's
of
nothing. Amazing how he just points in that direction. He knows exactly where to walk to find the girl peeing in the woods. Like,
yeah. And then
those
this chick whips around and shoots him, and he shoots her in the neck, and she gets him, and it's all very convenient.
All convenient.
Didn't really like that scene either. It was like too contrived. There was no reason for her to die either. Like, he could have just gotten the fucking car and left. There was no reason to kill her, dude. She's just a fucking bonds lady. That's all she is. Why? Like,
well, she knew who he was,
but she's holding his bond.
Yeah, but I mean, she knew who he was, right? Like, he's just killing the people that know who he is. I know that they could still. It made sense to me, even if it was contrived.
To kill her?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people know who he is, and he's already a criminal.
I know. That's what I understand that. Like, he still would have got caught, but it made sense to me, even if it was like sort of pointless for him to do.
Oh yeah, here's Johnny in love with a prostitute.
Yeah.
Like, God, dude. Even she's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She's like, stop talking, man. You're saying all this shit.
Yeah.
So they found her van in the lake.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Decom suggests they've been dead about 6 days. So.
Yeah, he done it so he could go hide, basically, because she would have just immediately called the cops when she walked back up and saw her buddy was dead.
Yeah. And so then Raylan immediately goes, "Oh, I know where to start looking for him." And this whole thing taking over to get the money, and then this is the girl. Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. A lot of weird, like, these two are like fucking Laurel and Hardy. They're so dumb.
I know, but he says it was her sorority sister at Butler. So that's like before they had the kids and everything and stuff. That's what I'm saying. So she's older. She's like 28, 29, out of college.
She's not that old, dude.
28, 29.
Just because the show says she's that old, she ain't that old.
Mm-hmm. 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 Ava's got the plan to find Drew. Boy's just standing there going to listen because he's a dummy. Yeah. This story about he named me after my mom instead, like. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense. Like,
yeah.
How do you not have a name? Like, it didn't make a lot of sense. Like, where was your mom? And all that jazz.
None of this episode made sense to me. I didn't like any of it, really.
Yeah, and then here's
the Boyd stuff.
The Boyd stuff when they're at the party and stuff, and he's like seeing the old sheriff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All that, and then this stuff. They're trying to find people. This is where he runs into these people talking about.
I just saw that. I found the party to be weird. Like I've never been to a party with half the lights on.
Well, there was a swinger party or something.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like they're all swapping. You know, it was like a steel toe party.
Oh well. Okay.
You know, and then this scene where Raylan comes and he sees the guy sitting there, and they do the thing, and Raylan pops him.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my computer again. It's gonna start.
It's all
doing
that
stupid
porn
shit.
you're watching.
No.
I told you to get a separate hard drive and download it and plug it in when you want to watch it.
I
leave
don't
all
really
those
watch.
tabs open.
I don't watch porn. Mhm. No. You know, in this whole scene where he tells Johnny, you know, get your refrigerator checked out. This beer's piss warm. You know, and then this is where these guys, they tell Boyd about EPA Superfund and they want him to, you know, kill this guy.
Yeah.
You know, basically that we're the ones who run things around here. You know. And then Raylan goes to a hotel with Jackie Nevada. And look at her though. I mean, she wants him. Like, I don't know. I wonder if they actually, like, I'm wondering if.
Obviously,
you know,
they hooked up. Look at her.
You think so?
Yeah, she
Well,
went in with clothes on, and now she's, you know.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Like, back it up. She was fully dressed.
No, I know. And she's getting in the shower, but Raylan tells Art that she's got no interest in an old fart like him. So I don't know if they hooked up or not.
Right.
And then he goes to see his dad, and he tells his dad, you know, you can't tell a lie, whatever, and you know all this stuff. And he's like, "He's the toughest guy God ever strung a gut through. You got a plan, this and that." And he goes, "But he's gonna find him first, and then they're gonna kill you. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not."
But it'll be by Sunday or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Raylan hates this dude. Like,
I know. We know Drew's alive. We know he's in Harlan. It's gonna be pretty hard to find him. We could use your help.
yeah. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand his hatred for his son. I know he became a Fed, but I just don't get the total fucking hate. Like, it's
No, it's not that he hates his son. It's just that he's like, you know, why you shouldn't be working. It's like this thing. They're working against each other. I think so.
you don't have a nice thing to say about Raylan ever.
Yeah. Then he says he's going to go see Hunter because Josiah says he knows who Drew is. And that's what he's like, "Oh, see, I hit a nerve." He's like, "What?" He goes, "I didn't do anything." He goes, "No, whenever you got bad news, you always were stone-faced. Can't help it, I'm good looking."
Yeah, you already went through where the black guy got whacked.
Yeah. You're going to die here, not in the distant future, like maybe tomorrow over breakfast. And I'm going to be glad when I hear the news.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the end of that episode.
What would you give it?
This episode, I'd give it like a 6.5.
I'd skip it, so probably a 5.
Weekend, I'm pissed.
Well, it did carry on. It did carry on the plot of the season.
Yeah, I mean, there was about 10 minutes of the episode that was necessary.
Yeah, I mean, you could pretty much skip that episode, go to this episode, and you would. The only people you would miss would be the two guys that said they run everything with the EPA.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's good. Yeah.
Oh, where they put the pressure on Boyd?
Yeah, so I'd give it a 5, maybe a 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I give it a 7.
Really?
So Hunter comes in, Raylan sees him.
The chick was pretty hot, dude.
Yeah.
The sexual tension was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah. And then, but like this is a good scene with Hunter because he's like, oh, you know, word around the campfire is old Josiah lost a foot, and I'm not talking about the diabetes.
Yeah. What I liked about this scene is he's like, dude, you're putting me in a bad position. Like,
Yeah,
he's like this ain't.
He's like, I'm asking if you know if you know who Hunter or Drew Thompson. He's like, yeah, but you're asking me like if I want fries with that.
Mm-hmm.
What's in it for me?
A lighter sentence. That's the whole point. Like somebody's going to make a deal first. Whoever makes the deal wins, right? That's kind of the pressure he put on him.
Yeah.
So what I liked about this is like Raylan's trying to use every cop tool that he actually has, cynic. You know what I mean? Like being able to possibly give a guy a deal or his dad a deal. I get that he killed a guy 20 years ago, shot a cop or something in the face, right?
Yeah.
But man, there's other people that are doing more shit around that fucking town. Like Boyd. How about you just go get fucking... Oh, they don't care about drugs though, right? Because they're not drug enforcement agencies. So it's only when Raylan is stepping out of line that he gets into the drug shit with Boyd or the nonsense that Boyd's involved in. Because it's not really Marshall shit, right? With Boyd?
For the most part, yeah.
Except for when he used explosives in the very beginning?
I think explosives would fall under his purview.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
No, that would still be ATF.
That'd be ATF, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's really weird. Like, he should really have no interactions with Boyd.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, they no, because the marshals have been trying to get Boyd for something for a while now, for what I don't know why. But remember, that's when he first gets down there. They say we're having trouble with this Boyd, U.S. attorney, blah blah blah. But this scene where then he says like, you do just about anything to screw up your daddy's deal. Why? And he's like, well, I just whatever. I like you better. And Hunter goes, I tried to kill you, and he's like, I still like you better.
Mm-hmm. Which tells me that, like.
Well, his dad did try to kill him too. I mean, remember he tried to shoot him and gonna get.
The hate goes both ways, and this is like built up over forever for these two guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this whole guy telling him what to do, how to go and get him, and telling him, go there this time. That way, go before 5 because that way Trish won't be home and she won't get killed, and they still like to whatever with her. I'm gonna tell him, if you don't kill him, we're gonna do this. So this whole scene with this guy coming over here, like,
yeah. So like, how did Harlan know that this was going to even happen? How did he know not to take the drugs?
Arlo? I don't know. Maybe because maybe his mind was enough that he knew that they were giving him drugs that they shouldn't have been giving him.
Well,
he said, I just doubled up whatever he normally takes. But then Arlo would know that that's not what he normally takes, so he probably didn't take it. Thorazine, chlorazine, something with a zine. He's like, you sure you want to do this? Because you're looking at some serious time and shoot when you do this. And he's like, yeah, I got to do it because he's going to get paid. And tells Arlo he's sorry. No offense. It's just business. And Arlo's like, no, I'm going to get you. Get some. That's great. When Arlo starts stabbing him, get some. It's like, holy fuck.
The 70-year-old guy gets the fucking take on the younger guy. It's so good. Moved like a banshee to get him too, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he got him with a pair of scissors.
Which shocked the shit out of me, cynic, because I've never seen it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I like this scene, but I just was wondering about the drugs. I guess, he just, like you said, Jim, he's smarter than the average.
Well, no, he just not any smarter. He just knew something. He's probably was on high alert because Raylan told him that Boyd was working with the Dixie Mafia and everything.
Right. But he didn't expect fucking Raylan to send the guy after him.
Raylan didn't send him after him.
Yeah.
Who? Hunter?
Hunter. Raylan didn't send Hunter. Hunter was hired by Drew Thompson.
Yep.
How'd I miss that?
You'll find out in the next episode.
Oh, okay. Because I just figured right after he made that deal with Raylan, he just wanted to talk to him. But then when it turned to that, I was like, that's weird. I don't think Raylan wanted him dead.
No, he didn't make a deal with Raylan. He told Raylan to go fuck himself.
Kind of. Like, did he say, I'm not doing it at all?
You know, and this is Drew
Psychic.
Thompson's first wife, psychic lady.
That picked out 27 people.
Yeah.
At that point, do you even take her serious at all?
Well, who knows? Maybe she's trying to help. When you find out who Drew Thompson actually is, it doesn't make a lot of sense that she wouldn't have known. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she wouldn't have seen pictures of him or anything at some point because he's clearly been in the news.
Right.
Mm-hmm. This is good. Like this guy right here. Now, here's the thing that I don't know. This guy right here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why when the guy comes to take the picture, why he doesn't think this is Drew Thompson. Because when you find out who Drew Thompson is, this guy looks an awful lot like him. Right, Cynic?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
What?
Huh?
So, like, I gotta ask, yeah, just me being me, but like, why did this guy, right after this conversation with Boyd, decide to go answer the door himself when he's got a security guard right there?
He doesn't. The security guard answers the door.
Yeah.
But I mean, why did he even go to the door? Like, he doesn't
doesn't.
need to be there at
He
all.
ends up, doesn't he?
Well,
Huh?
he thinks it's a sheriff. He thinks
Yeah.
it's a sheriff. He thinks it's guys that fucking wearing a deputy's uniform.
Yeah, but he
Can we tell-
walked to the door with him. Or did he call him?
No. The guy goes to the door, and then he comes walking from around the corner, and the guy gets mad. He goes, "I told you, stay away from it." Then the guy gets shot. You know, be prepared for me to get inhospitable.
Again, Boyd's the smartest motherfucker in the world. Cynic.
Yeah, he knows everything, right?
Yeah.
He's never wrong.
How did he
Well,
know to
Boyd
go to
still doesn't know. He didn't want to just go kill the guy because he wanted to make sure that
Yeah, but
wasn't Drew
Boyd-
Thompson.
But we find out that fucking Boyd saw his wife 2 hours before Raylan did. Like, God damn it. Yeah, that's what Hunter says. Or not Hunter, the sheriff goes, "Oh yeah, well, Boyd talked to her like 2 hours before you talked to her."
No, that's someone else.
No, his ex-wife.
I don't know. There's something else. That was something else that because they said something about Boyd, and then the sheriff goes, "Boyd's having no problem staying ahead of you." He would talk
Right,
to
because-
He
He
Yeah.
talked to her already.
Yeah.
So then it starts making sense, right?
Yep. Yeah. So Duffy's here. And he tells him, "Oh, he's that situation, whatever, with the foot and everything." He's like, "That wasn't Drew Thompson, whatever." And he's like, "So they want to know, they want names, and they're gonna just basically start whacking people."
Yeah, and
And so he's like, "I
gotta
got,"
say, at this point, why didn't he just go in there and kill fucking Boyd?
because he has no clue at anything about Harlan County.
I don't give a fuck, dude. Boyd is going to fuck him, and he's already got Johnny on his side. Just fucking kill Boyd at this point.
Mhm.
He hasn't given him the name. It's been a week. He said it'd be in a week.
Yeah, here's this scene right here. See,
Yeah, so he's walking right up to it with them.
Now, that guy looks nothing like Drew Thompson.
this guy right
Nothing.
here,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he sort of does. Yeah.
like right there, that look, Like it could be him.
It could be. It's just the hair is the only major difference. But yeah.
I like how he takes the fucking call. He's told it's not him, and he still kills him.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, why fucking take the call?
Leave no witnesses.
Yeah, but why take the call? Just kill him, then take the picture. They say, like,
because they want him alive.
Oh, they do want him alive?
Yeah,
Why?
because what's
torture him.
Yeah, he wants him alive. The fucking Theotonin wants him alive. Wants to get at him himself.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think this is the type of situation where Drew Thompson's going to fucking go back willingly. You know what I mean? Like, I got the feeling if I'm Drew Thompson, I know the Detroit mob's after me. I'm probably always carrying a gun, and there's going to be a gunfight, and they're going to die or I'm going to die.
No.
What do you
That's
think?
not how
Cynic?
it works out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
not how it
fucking
works
gay.
out. Yeah.
Would you be packing, Cynic?
Dave, I'm always packing.
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
I have a gun on me 24/7. I'm from
Jesus.
Alabama. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and you don't have people chasing you down.
No, never. If I was in Harlow County, Kentucky, I would have a gun on me 24/7.
Especially with these fucking lunatics.
Mm-hmm.
And is she falling in love with him?
Maybe.
Kind of feels like it.
Kind of looks like that, but I don't think they ever. I don't think.
I think he's too
Nothing
mature,
comes
right?
of it though.
Yeah, I think he's a little mature.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, I don't like this guy either.
Yeah. I liked him in the beginning, but now he's just some sort of fucking super spy, super ninja, all because he was in the military police. Like,
No, he's a desperate piece of shit trying not to get caught by Boyd, and he's just whacking people for money and shit now because he's a desperate piece of shit.
yeah, but the moment the dude went and get undressed, I wouldn't have flashed my gun at him. I would have pulled it out and pointed it at him and said, "Get undressed or get the fuck out."
Oh, this guy here.
No, I'm talking about the desperate piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. He didn't even ask him where the money was before he killed him.
Well, he noticed him closing the guitar case.
Yeah, but what if he emptied it?
True.
And then he has a gall to call the guy a dumb shit. He goes, "You're a dumb shit, basically. You're a dumbass." Who's going to end up getting killed by Boyd or by Tim? One of the two.
Well, Tim already knows. I mean, Boyd already knows what he's doing.
Of course he does. Yes. But this is Tim's buddy, right?
Yeah, this is Tim's buddy.
Uh-oh. Now we know why Tim's gonna know who it is too, isn't he?
Well, Tim's gonna know who it is because I'll just tell you, if I think it's the beginning of the next episode, Tim gets called there by the cops because they're like, he texted you.
I think it's the end of this episode where
is it the end of this episode or beginning of the
I
next
think
one?
the sheriff says I've got to go. Yeah, maybe.
I've got two more bodies.
Maybe it's the beginning of the
that's the other. No, that's I think that's different. Different one.
Yeah, I think I'm mixing.
And it'd be hell on shakes if those two aren't connected.
Right.
That's what the sheriff said. But this is different. This is the Lexington PD. This is Lexington. This is not Harlan County.
Well, okay, so we had the bodyguard and we had the guy get killed.
Right. That's the two bodies. He said he's got two more bodies.
Who are the other two?
It's the dude. That two, the bodyguard and that guy are the two more bodies. He said, I got two more bodies, whatever here, and it'll be hell on shakes if these aren't connected. Now tell me, because that's the guy that gets shot that goes to the door with the girl that's tied up with the cat, like sitting there in a bikini.
Yeah.
And he's like, what did his wife say? And he goes, that's not his wife.
Right.
Yeah. So and that's the other. He's like, I got two more bodies.
So that's three people dead.
Right, and then these two. That's what I'm saying. This is different. This is Lexington PD. He's like, oh, we're in the shit, and he shoots him.
Hey, like, I know that I know no witnesses and stuff.
But here's what I don't understand too.
Why the conversation?
I don't know, because he's trying to decide, because he knows the guy was in
the military
and the same war as him, and he's like, fuck, do I, you know what I mean? He's like trying to like.
Yeah, and he said he said we're all good here, right? He says, yeah, we're all good, and then boom.
Yeah, he's lulling him into, so he can kill him, right?
Easy,
but then he crawls halfway across the room or whatever to his clothes to get to his phone and texts Tim Bagram. And so the cop's like, what does he mean by Bagram? And he's like, it's a place we flew out of in the sandbox. But I think Tim knows right away what it meant, that it was because they weren't actually in. That's in Afghanistan. It's not. And Tim and this guy were in Iraq, not Afghanistan. And so when they saw him, they go, hey, what's up, Bagram? So that's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he knows Tim's a marshal now.
Yeah.
And he killed a marshal's friend.
Yeah.
He knows his days are numbered, cynic.
Yeah. And so this whole scene, with he's trying to talk to Arlo, just give me, whatever, let me know. Your grandkids would be set. See me do this. And then he goes over and Arlo goes, eat shit or something like that.
It's fucking stupid.
Bitter till
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
He can't He can't do one thing before he dies. One thing.
Yeah. It's my wife. If it was, oh my God, is it your wife? My wife wouldn't be ringing the door. The worst thing she'd do is want to join in.
I got to go back to the other scene. Cynic, what did you think? Like, fuck Arlo.
This scene right here?
No. Arlo and that shit. This scene was fucking dumb.
This chick has no chest whatsoever.
Yeah, this was fucking dumb. But Arlo and Raylan, it's like Arlo can't do anything at all, except for, go to hell or say eat shit or something. Like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Pissed me off.
Yeah, so then he shoots that dude, then the chick screams, and then they come here and they're outside talking, and then this is...
She didn't scream. She was quiet. That's why he didn't kill her.
Well, she was tied up in the bedroom or something.
Right. She just jumped up out of the... on her knees and started untying her fucking hands. But she didn't see anything. Apparently.
Yeah. Except now I got a second stiff who's not on your list, and they'd be hell on shakes if they weren't killed by the same person.
Yeah. This show goes through sheriffs like water, man.
Yeah.
This guy's going to die too, isn't he?
Who?
This guy, the sheriff.
Sheriff? No.
Really? He's going to make it?
He's going to make it.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then so there's Johnny meeting with Duffy saying, oh, apparently my cousin decided to start World War III or whatever. And then Duffy's like, no, he didn't do it. We did it. And then he's like, oh, well, what? Neither one of those guys. You're like, that'd be a hell of a coincidence if that guy was Drew Thompson, because some other guys wanted him to kill him just the other day.
Yeah. And he goes, well, this guy's been here since such and such time. Like, there's...
He used to play cards with my uncle Everett.
11 years before then or whatever. Yeah. It's like, now Duffy's like, oh shit. Now Duffy's going to kill Boyd, right? Now Duffy's going to go kill Boyd.
No, actually, Duffy's not going to kill Boyd. Duffy's going to make a run for it because the fucking Detroit mob is pissed that they're going to kill Duffy
so
too.
He said, you want this? Because I thought he was going to go I'm going to have to go kill your cousin now. But that's not it, huh? He's going to take his little Winnebago and run.
Yeah, because like this right here, we're like, because Duffy called the dude, told him go pick up Boyd, you know, and gave him, and then the dude gets killed by Raylan here.
Yeah, right.
You know, he's like, because he sees
So
the guy and he goes, I
convenient.
just saw. He's like,
Why
I
is
just
he-
saw. I don't
Why's
know.
he at
'cause it's-
Boyd's?
I don't know. He said, because who? Raylan?
Oh, because of what the cop said.
Because what the cop said. So he said, he's like, why didn't you have, because they're like, why didn't you just have Shelby pick him up? He goes, well, I just saw, you know, or why'd you have this guy, Shelby, pick him up? He's like, I just saw Shelby 15 minutes ago and he didn't say nothing about coming to talk to you, Boyd. I told him I was coming over here. And then
Right.
the deputy guy goes, well, that's Shelby told me to get it. And he's like, whatever. And then they start talking. And then the guy goes to Raylan, excuse me. And he's like, did you just tell me to move? And he's like, if you don't move, I'm going to shoot you. And Raylan goes, what? And just pulls out his gun and shoots him. Like, that ain't a cop. And going to threaten to shoot me.
Dude, there was a lot of gunfire.
Yeah.
And only like that.
Did you just give me an order?
Like, that was a lot of gunfire. Nobody else got hit but the cop.
Yeah.
That cop's a shitty
Yeah.
shot. I guess he didn't get a shot off, huh?
No, he got a shot off, but he was
Yeah,
already
right
going
there.
down.
I could have shot Ava in the head. It wouldn't have bothered me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry. She's annoying, dude. Like,
It was funny watching the beginning of season 3 where you were like, oh, you know, I'm starting to like Ava. And Boyd's so great. Then
And this
by the
whole
end of
thing
this
with-
season.
This whole thing with Nikki Augustine where Boyd's trying to get a hold of him because he's like, you know, needs their help to basically, you know,
fuck
you're
over
still
the
going to need,
guys,
yeah. And he's like, you're, I'm surprised oh no, that didn't happen yet. Never mind. That's a different episode where Duffy takes off and leaves. This ain't now.
No, this is Boyd signing a deal with the devil to get the
Right.
help he needs so these guys
Yeah.
can't have contacts. Yeah.
Right.
Again, why would Detroit mob give two fucks about Boyd?
They're trying to find Drew Thompson, and he's the guy that can do it.
Yeah, but
It's their inside man in Harlan County. Otherwise, you just have guys walking around, just walking up to people and go, "Do you know Drew Thompson? Do you know Thompson?"
Duffy's got Johnny already, dude.
Johnny's, yeah, and he keeps telling Johnny, and Johnny's too much of a retarded bitch to actually do anything, as it seems, because he can't get nothing done.
Not with Boyd over his fucking shoulder,
Yeah.
watching him every second. Like, it was like today, you got that little input there, Cynic, when he goes, "Where's Johnny?"
Yeah.
And Ava says, "Well, he left without saying where he was going." Uh-oh. Now we know. Boyd knows.
He said, you might start with the other guys Boyd's been seen with lately, and he gives them a list of names, you know, of these other guys that Boyd's been with,
Yep.
you know. And he's like, I can't figure any other reason why Boyd would be cozying up to him unless they think they're Drew Thompson. See, he doesn't know that those guys went to Boyd.
Oh, the guys that want the dude dead. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, this is where Raylan finds out that his dad's dead, and they're like, oh, that's it. You take a couple days or whatever. And Tim says, oh, let us finish it off. He's like, it's a case we're talking about. I pulled it out of my damn wall.
Yep. And I mean, this is where I'm going to agree with Raylan. Like, you guys know I don't give a fuck about him. What are you making me take a week off of work for?
Yeah, and this whole scene is good. And they're talking about this, guy, and they're like, you don't call us, we call you, but we'll give you this one-time thing. And he goes, that he's dead, so you did it. And he's like, no. And then they're looking for this other guy, Sam or whatever his name was. And he's like, well, he ain't coming. He's dead too. And he's like, oh, we're gonna do this. And he's like, go ahead, call him. Call your.
Well, they
call
were
your
shocked.
shadies.
They were shocked when they found out that other dude was dead.
Yeah. Someone shot Sam Keener dead. What? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were like, what the fuck? It's like this happened in 10 minutes or something. Cynic.
I am the outlaw. And he wants a Tasty Freeze or a Dairy Queen or something.
Dairy Queen. Yeah. And
I
Ava
want a
just
Dairy
thinks it's
Queen
so
franchise.
funny. Yeah. So funny.
Oh, they ain't never going to pick up. I had a bigger, more powerful man tell them not to have anything to do with you. So, sit your white collar ass down.
Again, Boyd don't do shit except for cause trouble.
Well, Boyd does what's good for Boyd.
Yeah, and he gets each one of them to give him $100,000 each.
But it ain't like they pulled it out yet.
Oh, they pay
just-
him.
I'm sure they do, but I'm just saying or they die. What the fuck does Boyd know about California real estate? He's a hillbilly from Harlan County, Kentucky, cynic.
I mean, you could keep an eye on the real estate markets out in California.
Because it matters, right?
Well, I mean,
Not really. Their real estate market is fucking stupid.
I guess when you're sitting in prison most of your life, you just pick up.
And on top of
magazines.
that, hold up. No. On top of that, his analogy is terrible because California weather is good all year long.
Right.
no, he said Dairy Queens are like California real estate. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't
It doesn't make sense. No, California it doesn't go with the seasons, dude.
Yeah, it's not like Florida real estate.
Yeah, it's not like the houses go down in price in the winter.
What
in
about this
California.
line from Ava? Well, what happens when what happens when you get trouble from Theo? Who's bigger than Theo? And
Played that Star Wars meme where Anakin is looking at what's her name, and he goes, right, and she looks back and goes, right,
Mhm.
because there's nobody bigger than Theo,
right?
right?
No, and he goes just God and Uncle Sam. So, and that to me that was foreshadowing that he's going to go to Raylan.
Yeah, that's what I thought he would say.
But he doesn't. And so there's Raylan, and that's the end of that episode. And then the next episode is called The Hatchet Tour. And honestly, it is a great episode. The next episode.
It better be, because these two were
Yeah.
middling. I'd give this one 7.5, maybe.
Yeah, 7.5, 8, maybe. But this one's
Maybe
really,
an
really
8.
good.
But
Maybe an 8.
that last one was trash.
This one's really, really good because there's a lot of scenes with Raylan and Duffy just talking to each other.
Yeah.
More Duffy for me, man. I like Duffy.
Yeah.
Because Duffy doesn't know everything, and he's like, you can see the look of panic sometimes on his face, or like, what the fuck am I into here? Like, this isn't good. I should probably go back and watch 6
Yeah,
since I missed it.
Yeah, you probably should. It's worth a watch.
Well, I got to see old Stumpy running around. I got to see where he went. Real estate agents are the worst. Agreed.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I know. I spend time with them. They're terrible people. That's why I take the winter off every year.
Why are they terrible people?
They're all about the sale, period.
Oh, that's always all they're talking about?
It is, yeah, they're just constantly on. There's nothing outside of real estate for them. Nothing.
Ugh, how boring.
It's fucking exhausting spending
You mean they're
time.
not paying attention to CG?
No, they're not paying attention to anything.
It's awful.
Outside
They're not
of
paying
real
attention
estate.
to Marvel movies or Disney comic or Disney
No.
movies.
Nothing. They have no personality trait except for where am I gonna find my next closing?
And how much shit can I get when I sell this house, right?
Exactly.
They're very materialistic, aren't they?
That yes.
Yeah.
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 It's
Did you guys see what Bill Cosby's been up to lately?
Cool.
I love how I get a little bit of pre-show with Jim before we go and do the show.
I don't know what this is.
Oh my God. And I
Dr.
said,
Shirley
damn, Bill
Weber?
Cosby. I said, damn, Bill Cosby looks rough these days. And someone says this is an AI altered photo. This was not there when I said that. I was just like, holy fuck, it looks like Bill Cosby.
Wow. I was going to say that's a hell of a doppelganger.
I know. I was like, now I feel like shit because I thought it was
I don't
funny.
think it's AI.
Better delete that tweet.
Don't
No, I'm
delete it.
keeping
I've
it.
got a funny comment on it.
Yeah.
You do? That's a lie.
Oh, okay.
It's even worse.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool there.
Yeah. So this is the difference.
They just smoothed the skin.
It's freckles.
That's
Yeah, they
all
just
they
smoothed
did.
it. That's all they did was smooth the
freckles.
skin.
And took off the freckles.
Added some wrinkles under the eyes. A little
But they
bit
kept the
wrinkles.
wrinkles on the forehead basically the same.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Wait, are we racist because we think all black people look the same?
I didn't make the fucking meme,
Yeah, me neither.
but I'll enjoy looking at it.
You people are disgusting in the chat for thinking that.
It's gonna repost everyone.
But see that because I saw it at first. When I saw it, I go, "Oh damn, Bill Cosby looks rough these days."
Bill Cosby said, "I'm going to transition, so you can't send me back to prison."
Is he still alive?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yes. He just got out of prison like a year ago. I think it might be my next avatar I go through using Bill Cosby avatars.
I'm thinking you should use some George Floyd avatars.
I might start using some George Floyd ones. I like the AI George
Or-
Floyds.
Some Pelosi Hitler. That'd be good.
Pelosi Hitler's good. I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, did you hear that the judge,
Who's the judge?
one of these fucking cocksucker judges in DC tried to say like that, oh, the people that Trump pardoned and commuted to sentence, they're like, oh no, but you still gotta go. I'm gonna put orders on you saying you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's like, you know, he says, new U.S. Attorney Ed Martin filed a motion telling Judge Amit Mehta the sentence commutations for the Oath Keepers included supervised release, and Mehta's order requiring permission from him before the commuted Oath Keepers could visit D.C. violates the president's order. So they try to tell him, like, oh no, you can't come to D.C. and you're still on supervised release. And
That's
yeah,
not how that works.
A pardon's a pardon,
Pardon's
dude.
a pardon, yeah.
yeah. You know,
What if, well, like,
the
what
U.S.
if,
attorney, the U.S. attorney said if a judge decided that Jim Biden, General Mark Milley, or another individual were forbidden to visit America's capital, even after receiving a last-minute preemptive pardon from the former president, I believe most Americans would object.
Yep.
Individuals referenced in our motion have had their sentence commuted. Period. End of sentence. So that means they're
Judge,
not
you're-
under the jurisdiction.
Judge,
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like these judges, like that judge trying to do that, they
Should
should
go to
arrest
jail.
the judge.
they should go to jail.
That's a violation of those persons' rights under the color of law. It's a violation of the fucking Civil Rights Act. Lock them the fuck up.
What's this fucking judge's name?
Amit Mehta. Yeah, a fucking Obama appointee.
No. Obama
Yeah.
appointees?
Yeah.
I really hate presidential appointees to judge benches.
Well, the reason we have, honestly, is because the reason that you don't really want judges that people vote on is because that makes them political. Like seriously, then they're political because they have to run for office and then they're voted on, and then it's like whatever. Like that's why you have a lot of states where you have major problems when they don't want to do what's right in states and state courts because they're elected judges.
I'll be right
And
back.
so it's like,
Freeze
oh,
my ass.
well, even though they're violating people's rights, like that's how these cases, like the Crumbly case, it goes, and the Chauvin case, and all these other like state cases, because the judges are afraid. Because if I do what I know is right, I'm going to get voted out.
Yeah. I just don't like these like lifetime appointments though.
Me neither. But no, lifetime appointments is good. Then they're not fucking. Then it can't be.
My fellow Americans, I'm so proud and happy
I didn't know
that
you
we
were
have
such a
won
big
the victory.
Obama fan.
And Donald J. Trump is our 47th president.
I'm not an Obama
But
fan.
my friends, I'm here to tell you about Elon Musk, a man of dignity, a man of truth, a man
Yes.
of
Honor.
who has done a lot for this country and the people of this USA. He's a kind soul, a gentle giant.
Still a foreigner,
He
kick him
loves
out.
America.
He's an American
And I want to
citizen
tell
now.
you that the
kick him
media
out.
is a disgrace. They're disgusting. They turn things around. They try to destroy and cause havoc. This, my
Havoc.
friends, is dangerous compared to say Elon Musk is Hitler. I come here to bring you truths. That God is my witness, that Elon Musk is being targeted for no reason, and this false propaganda will stop now. There have been many people who put their arms up. We, the people, must stand up for our truth and remember that the media and the left tried to destroy President Trump and now Elon Musk. But this won't happen because Elon's goodwill for the Jews and for the United States of America will be stronger than this evil. Elon is humble, and he will stand with America and help make this nation stronger with his knowledge and his love. Elon, we love you. God bless.
Well, that was interesting.
I don't know how I feel about that. Better be careful what I say. There's certain people that don't like my comments about Semitism. About Semites.
Oh. Well, I learned something that night.
And then, and then,
in a good way, dude. Like,
so Pete Hegseth is the.
My friends, I'm here to tell you about Elon Musk.
What the fuck is going on? Why is that playing in the background?
Man of truth,
Twitter was doing it to me earlier.
Who has done a lot for this country.
Cocksucker, stop. You were hearing that, right?
Yeah, it was John Voight.
Yeah. But so Pete Hegseth, it was a 50-50 tie, so JD Vance had to break the tie because Mitch McConnell's a cunt, and Lisa Murkowski's a cunt, and Susan Collins is a cunt. So three cunts.
So is this a fucking warning to Trump already?
No, well, maybe, I don't know. But here's another cunt that's going to say how, that, like, the fact, like, this is what pisses me off about Republicans, like,
who is this
all these people voted for all of Biden's picks every time, and the same shit. And they should have learned after the first Trump administration when all the Democrats, to a man, voted against every person Trump picked for everything and tried to fucking stop everything. So you know what? Play it back.
This is a demanding job for anyone.
Who is this guy?
It is a concerning.
This is Mark Kelly, who's married to Gabby Giffords, the lady who got shot in the head, and then they try to take our guns.
Okay.
Job for someone with Mr. Hegseth's track record. So as the Senate moves towards a final confirmation vote on this nominee, Mr. Hegseth, here is what I want to ask my colleagues. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes,
Are you
we're sure. Yes,
that you
we're sure.
trust him
Yes.
with this job?
Yes.
Yep.
Are you
Not
sure?
you.
Yes, we're sure.
There isn't another individual?
Nope, there's no other individual.
The president
We're
could
sure.
choose?
Well, you know what? I would take Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. Would you do that trade?
Yeah, I'll trade that in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. But you know what? They blocked Pam Bondi. They're fucking around because they don't want her in charge of the DOJ right now because they're playing games. That's what they're up to. Because, you know what I mean? So they did something where they pulled some scam where they had to delay her by 7 days.
A rhino is always going to rhino, Jim, no matter what.
Who could pursue the same goals,
That's why I don't consider myself a Republican.
but is better prepared to do this job.
I want you guys to remember, they're saying he's not prepared. He's a major in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. And Obama appointed a fucking guy whose highest rank in the Army was a sergeant.
Not even an officer. Right.
Not even an officer. Chuck Hagel was a sergeant in the Army.
Did this guy spend any time in the military?
This guy? Well, he's an astronaut. I don't know. Maybe Air Force, maybe. I don't know. Astronaut, NASA. I don't know if he was in the military.
Well, that's not the military. That's not the same thing.
It used to be anybody in NASA was in the military, but I don't know if it's like that anymore.
That's not the military, Jim. NASA's not going to go find
you know what I'm saying?
wars.
Anybody that was in NASA, though, for many, many years started out in the Air Force or the Marines or in the Navy. They were pilots. They were all pilots.
Yeah. I got you. Okay.
In the military. And then they went to
they were
NASA.
like pilots and shit.
Now they take fucking,
DEI hires. Yeah.
DEIs, yeah.
Thank God that shit's over.
Are you sure it's worth the risk?
Yes.
To our service members.
Wait, what do you mean risk to service members? The fuck are you talking about?
It's got nothing to do with him. You stupid fuck.
to our national security, and to your families.
What, you're threatening my family, you motherfucker?
Is he a Democrat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have lost to he should have lost to fucking if they didn't steal it from fucking what's her face, Katie and Carrie Lake.
Oh, he's an Arizona asswipe? He's the guy that got the vote stolen for him?
Yep.
You mean the people of Arizona wanted this cuck?
No, they didn't want him.
Well, the government did for some reason. So that little speech convinced McConnell, right? Like, oh wow.
So Dark Horse Comics
is a demanding job for
Dark Horse Comics. What?
Takes the allegations against Neil Gaiman seriously. We are no longer publishing his works, confirming that Anal Ass Boys comic series and collected volumes has been canceled.
I mean, all he did was put it in a girl's butt and then make her.
Yeah, Neil's a prick, but he isn't convicted of a damn thing. You should recognize that we are in an age of women making up bullshit to ruin talented men, benefit themselves. Whereas friends, no one learned a damn thing in this industry post Piscor, filled with cowards, top to bottom.
Way to go, Malin.
Yeah. See, this looks like Bill Cosby.
Not from that angle so much. The other angle was a little more Bill-esque.
Like this is saying this lady said they're going to secede from the union.
That's not Malin?
Where?
That
Malin, right here,
Malin.
Yeah, that's Malin.
Yeah, but Piscor may have been a creep. God, I can't believe I'm gonna have to sweep for Piscor a little bit. Piscor may be in a creep, but even the girl, didn't she come out and say that she didn't think there was any sort of like intentional sexual grooming? Or am I wrong on that?
Well, she did come out and say that they had many conversations, right?
Yeah, but she never said that they leaned sexual or anything like that. But he did invite her to his house or something along those lines, if I remember correctly.
Oh, wait, what's this? Joe Biden inducted into historically black Masonic Lodge, becomes a Master Mason Freemason. He's a Massa Mason. Joe Biden's a Massa Mason.
Massa Mason.
I'm gonna agree with you because I don't think you take your own life because of one girl saying something.
Yeah.
I think there's more skeletons in the closet, and you don't want to embarrass your family and all that stuff.
I don't disagree with that. Okay.
And they didn't dig too deep in the closet after he offed himself, right? Like, it stopped.
Maybe he stemmed the bleeding by offing himself.
By bleeding?
Yeah, by bleeding. Hey.
His dad was so fucking hurt, man. Like, ugh.
I mean, that shit blew up so fast, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was one day Ethan was dunking on him and making jokes about him. The very next day, his local news was at his dad's house. And then,
Jim, you are a criminal. Who was that?
Benny Johnson.
Oh boy.
Because he's like, oh, these Trump supporters keep calling me. They're mad. Why are they mad? They won.
We're mad because you put a lot of people in jail, dude. What?
What is this? We're gonna what? No. See, there they are, all burning the evidence.
And they all got pardoned.
This is the thing: is who gave the orders to shoot rubber bullets and tear gas into a peaceful crowd, sparking the riot? You know, that's the thing we need to know. Who did it? Who gave those orders? We saw it on video. The people were not doing anything. They were just out there hanging out. And they started throwing grenades into the crowd, started fucking shooting shit at them.
Gas.
You know? Gas. I still like this. I should rate
hilarious.
This.
Now, Cynic, that's your Hitler picture. With that afro. With that afro and everything. And earrings. Oh my God.
I thought Mitch McConnell wasn't he gonna retire? The fuck's his old ass still doing up there?
Isn't he a woman at this point?
Basically,
McConnell sends a message.
Potato.
Yeah, the message McConnell sent is he's a fucking needs to be pushed out of office because he's
He
fucking
needs to be,
retarded.
I'm not going to say that joke online.
So-
but yeah, he needs to be pushed.
So Gaiman's getting canceled because of hearsay, right?
Gaiman's getting canceled because of post-coital regret. Because the girl said, "Oh, I didn't like that," after the fact.
That's what I mean. Like, just she's saying I didn't agree.
Yeah, she went up
or
to
whatever.
his room. No, yeah, she went up to his room. They're just saying, "Well, he put it in my butt and made me clean it off." That's what she said. So, and now she's coming out and she regrets it. So, I don't. That's like a weird.
She
gray
has
area.
regrets for being a dirty cocksucker in a room that nobody saw it
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He made the girl go A to M, and
He didn't make her. I mean,
that's what. Yeah, well, she went A to
that's
M,
what she's
and now
claiming,
she's
yeah.
regretting it. Yeah, it's a weird gray area to me. Like I don't believe her. You went up
when
there
is this
because
book
you
coming
wanted
out
to
that we're
see Neil Gaiman.
supposed to be on the cover of this fucking book, Jim?
Who knows? There's something I've often wondered is diversity's our greatest strength. Why is it that we have to be reminded of it every time there's a terrorist attack? Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. And I don't really like this Konstantin Kisnan guy, but
Yeah,
I
Jim
like
likes
him.
everything, and so whenever I get a like from him, it just makes me realize Jim likes everything. They're not as special.
Well, this is how Jim has 8,000 followers, dude.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like and repost everything.
I guess.
So,
Huh? What?
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 yeah, man.
I think Jim buys followers.
So this would have been a week of, or a 2-week section of Justified that, whatever, right? It was
It's
it was
that
decent.
mid-season slump that they've hit most seasons.
Mid-season slump of a 13-episode season. It's so sad. Like,
But they always do that. There's always like 2 episodes either real close together or back to back. That's sort of like, they were okay. I'm not mad at them, but
yeah,
they weren't. I had to like really pay attention to.
it's not like you're
episode
gonna go to the water cooler on Monday and go, man, did you see that shit? That shit was crazy.
Exactly.
I will say though, in the second episode, 5 killings. That was pretty good. Like a lot of gunfights. So that was okay.
Yeah, Kevin says Piskor killed himself in 3 days. So yeah, that shit
know,
escalated
dude.
quickly.
Quick. Like,
Well, I think he killed himself like really quick. I think it took a couple seconds. He shot himself, right? I don't think it took 3
no,
days to die.
I thought he hung himself.
Well, like slow motion, hung himself.
Yeah, I guess.
It took 3 days.
no, it went from the report coming out to him killing himself in 3 days.
In like
Oh.
3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Yeah, most old people are, especially at night. It's called sundowners.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. So, you guys, anything you want to watch tonight, or you want to put this
It
on?
happens. They go,
Well, I've got Billy Carson, dude. We have not finished Billy.
Oh, that's not a Friday thing, though.
Billy!
Yeah, I guess you're right. We won't finish Billy tonight.
Billy!
Billy, don't you
Billy's
lose my
entertaining.
number?
Yeah, his Coke Fest, his 2-hour or 3-hour Coke Fest. is-
3.5, motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus
3.5.
Christ. That is some of the most entertaining YouTube I've ever watched.
Right.
You know how Jim is. You know, Jim doesn't want to see us make fun of his hero. That's why he brought that stuff last night. So he could be like, yeah, I'm joining in with you guys.
Oh, I want to check this out real quick.
Okay.
Because I just clicked on it and I didn't know who it was. Remember this guy who was reviewing the ISOM and Gyro books and everything, giving a good
Oh
review?
yeah, I saw this guy. Yeah, I saw him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on.
comics, and this is a video I don't want to make, but this is a video that I feel like I have to make because this is ridiculous.
Okay.
A lot of people are going, and I think it's going to be mostly Riververse stands are going to be livid. I think they're.
I
going
thought
to
this
be
guy was a
very
Rippaverse
annoyed by
stan.
this video.
Halfway.
He is.
He's
He-
on his way out.
Yeah, like the name of the video is "The Rippaverse is not leaving politics at the door."
They're going to take everything at the worst faith possible, and it's going to be bad.
What? No,
Rippaverse people don't do things in bad faith. That's
no
not
way,
cool, man.
dude. It's all fucking actual
Bad faith
stuff. Yeah. Oh shit. Got
Aha,
Jim's
see, you're having
Please play this video so you got.
He does it
something
all
to
the
watch.
time.
This is the video that started the whole thing today. That struck a nerve with me. Now, the comic itself is not necessarily.
See, I don't like.
striking a nerve.
I don't like that they
The
call it
Great
the
War of
Great War of Separation. There's only one Great War, and that's World War One.
Right.
Civil War was pretty great for a long time.
No, it wasn't. It sucked.
wasn't called that.
It was great until the end for me.
No, it sucked, man. It sucked.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
Brothers
Yankees.
killing brothers.
The fucking War of
Yankees
Northern
talking
Aggression,
points.
dude, is so fucked up, man. You know, them cocksuckers fucking couldn't leave us alone.
leave us alone. That's right.
Leave
Jim.
us alone.
God damn it, Jim. You're right. You're accepted, brother. Your hood. Will be in the
I just wanted them to leave us alone, man. They wouldn't
Jim
leave us
ships
alone.
them out, dude. What are you talking about? Jesus. It should be like the retarded
But
war of
not the Great
separation.
War of Separation. I mean, that's an insult to the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who died in World War One.
Exactly. Like, how about the war of separation? That's it.
Yeah.
It like
I mean,
why is it
how is it a great war? It's just fucking Texas left, so it's a great war.
I don't like that font for the
Isn't
word
it-
separation. It looks stupid.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
Like isn't it California and Texas that separated? Is that
No,
the
that's
war?
you're thinking that's a movie.
No, I'm pretty sure in this world that California
It's
and Texas
California and
separate.
Texas.
Oh,
That's
so he
the-
just watched that movie, that fucking whatever it was, that A24 or whatever it was.
The A24 movie.
You know what I'm
Civil
talking
War.
about? The
Called
Yeah,
Civil
yeah,
War.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, about the
But that wasn't
News
California and Texas only, dude.
And it was
Coolio.
Florida Alliance, and it was
Yeah,
the Western Alliance, and the.
Yeah,
But,
this is
like you could have called this so many more things. You could have called this like the War of Liberation or something, or
Kevin says, "How great could the war have been? Floor Spark doesn't look too battle ravaged."
I
And where
know.
the fuck was Alpha Corps to stop the fucking war?
Well, Solari's there. Like this is where Solari got his start.
Yeah, but then
It's
now
more
am I
than Solari.
now? But I could swear that they somehow got their superpowers during the war.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
was
This is an
or was the war
story.
fought, no, or was the war fought because people had superpowers? Like I don't
know.
understand it.
Eric, hold my hand through this story, Jim.
If I gotta hold your hand, you don't know shit.
Well, I just ain't gonna hold your hand there, Mr. Jim tells you. Keep
I
asking.
will send you a hood.
Keep asking there, Mr. Jim tells you, and you gonna get blocked with the hibbity and my jibbity.
So let's see what he says.
Is referring to Texas removing itself from the United States.
I guess
Now,
it is just Texas.
This is in line with the Riververse lore, if you'll call it, of Texas being its own country and not a state. Now, don't have any problem with that. Fictional world, it can be whatever. You know, I don't have a problem.
Well,
with
Texas
being
was its own country before it was a state.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then it tried to secede, and then the Supreme Court sort of said no and fixed that, where no state can actually secede anymore. But we're not going to go down that road.
Country. I don't have a problem with that in this story at all. And to a further extent, I wouldn't have a problem with this comic at all if it weren't for one thing that's been consistently said since the beginning of the Riververse:
Homosexuality.
leave your politics at the door.
Mm.
Now, I proposed a question:
Yes.
Uh-oh.
how can you possibly not have politics
No
involved
politics. Right.
with a story about Texas,
Mhm.
a highly conservative state, separating itself from the United
Democrats
States?
say it's purple.
How is it
They're desperate.
possible to have a story about this subject matter not be political or biased in any way?
I don't remember you saying that in the reviews, though. Maybe you said it to yourself, but not in the review.
I challenge you watching this video to think of some way that it's possible, because it's not. It is not possible. And again, this would not be a problem. I would not have a problem with this story, and I would even be interested in a story like this, because there's been times the idea of Texas separating from the United States has been brought up. I mean, I think it was last year, someone from Texas and the government of Texas mentioned it or brought it up for some kind of like discussion, and of course it got turned down, like it has multiple times before.
Go lay down.
And I think that's an interesting idea to make a story on. However, I don't think it's possible to leave your politics at the door. And this is something that I've known in the back of my mind. I've known it since the Rippaverse began, that leaving politics at the door was not going to be possible for Eric. And maybe this is Chuck's politics too, because I think he's writing this book. Maybe that's the case. And maybe it's both of them, right? Again, I would not have a problem with a story like this. Didn't mean to start the volume. I would not mind a story like this. The idea seems fairly interesting. But when you say leave your politics at the door, that's what you do with the Rippaverse, and then you release a book like this, you can see why it seems a little ridiculous.
The Great War of Separation #1. Oh my God, there's going to be a whole series of these books.
Well, I would think it's got to be a mini series, at least 4 to 5 books.
Even with his page count?
Dude, then shouldn't this be the whole next run? Shouldn't it be 5 books of this in a row? No,
well, sure,
other books?
No, you don't do that. No.
That's not how Eric does his business.
No, but he's reducing page counts on all his books. He's knocked them down to 40 something pages, or not 40, like right, yes, if I'm not mistaken, like 44 pages.
Yeah, so it's just slightly above average. So
yeah.
Okay.
I think. Right. I could be wrong.
Yeah, so this should be probably a 5-book run, maybe up to somewhere in between 5 and 10.
All right, gotta go. It's 11:30.
Is that right?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was thinking. Okay.
What the fuck would you just do? Sometime this man. Sometimes.
I don't know, Rozick, if I haven't watched the video.
You think he's
all
wrong?
I know
Yeah,
is all I know is months ago he was supporting ISOM and stuff. So
ridiculous. Now,
domino ready to fall.
Again,
Rilzik, I don't like anyone. I just like laughing.
The Rippaverse.
I don't like him.
Eric July.
I laugh at him.
And I want to know why this guy's got a background that looks like a video game.
All kinds, unless you're just doing something blatantly illegal. I want to support indie comics. I don't care about the drama. I'm not trying to be a drama farmer. But I have to call out bad behavior. And that's what we're going to look at here today. So this Eric July tweets this video here, and this comic's actually coming out very soon, honestly. And
no, the launch is.
Comment I leave is this: the Rippaverse is not leaving politics at the door. There is no possible way for this comic to not include libertarian values with what has been established about the country of Texas in this universe. I'm sure most fans won't be bothered, but it's yet another inconsistency. And the other,
wow, he has really changed his mindset, hasn't he, guys?
Oh
yeah, holy shit! Welcome to the party.
Inconsistencies I refer to is something I haven't brought up since the last Yaira video, and I try to not bring it up because I don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to focus on the drama. I want to focus on the story and the art. That's the main thing that I try and do with my reviews, is trying to focus on this. And there was a drama at the time with Yaira that, if you watch my videos, you know about. I'll quickly summarize it. Yaira was delayed. It's all but confirmed by the Rippaverse itself. The Yaira was delayed until the very dead end of winter because of redraws. Eric said there was no redraws. All of
Oh.
a sudden, Kanan gets on board, makes this make sense. His words, not mine. Yaira made sense.
Uh-oh.
And redraws all of a sudden happen.
Yeah.
And I tried to give a good.
Good evening, Mr. Mark. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, guys?
I'm good. I'm
Doing
just glad that
fantastic.
the homosexual representation is finally here, and everything is good.
Well, you know, it takes two of us, so we'll team up. It's like super friends, you know?
Oh,
So remember him, Mark, when he used to defend Eric's book?
Well, yeah, he did, but he
was honest. He was
he
fair.
seemed like an honest guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, he wasn't a cocksucker. As
No.
the kids like to say.
Yeah, there were worse people than this guy.
Yeah. I wonder if Student of God's made a bunch of videos about him now.
Oh, he will.
Faith
You
interpretation of
fucking
what
wait.
might have happened here. Most people believe the bad faith. I lean on the bad faith one now.
Uh-oh.
That Yaira was delayed because the art needed work. And maybe the art wasn't going as quickly as needed to hit winter. So Eric got Kanan involved, maybe even Chuck Dixon involved. Not Chuck Dixon.
Bennett.
Joe Bennett. And made it come out by winter. So technically there was no lie as far as like what he said when the comic was going to come out, right? It came out during winter. It's true.
The last day.
But you can see
it's true.
It was delayed.
It's true.
And again, it wouldn't be a
The
problem if he just
campaign
said there
came
were no
out in
delays.
winter, though,
If
right?
he-
The
if he said there were
campaign,
no,
not the book.
Since he said there were no
the
delays,
book came out
there's a
in
problem
summer.
because it's he's saying one thing and then something else is being presented. You could just say we're delaying Yaira a little bit. It will still come out in winter, but we're delaying it a little bit. There's going to be a few things that we're going to tweak to make sure this comic is the best quality ever. And it would have been perfectly fine. No one would be talking about it at all. No one would be discussing.
Well,
maybe.
Maybe. Maybe the first time Eric says delay, there's going to be a bunch of CG guys that laugh their ass off.
Oh,
It ain't
there's
that
going to
easy.
be so many of them, including me. I'm
Yeah.
going to laugh my ass off.
Sure, because, I mean, but the biggest laugh is like, dude, see, we're trying to tell you it's not that easy, dude. Quit saying it's easy. The art's the easy part. Remember that, Mark? The art is the easy part.
Yeah.
It's the shipping that's a motherfucker.
It's the business that's the hard part. Yeah, there's going to be a. That's gonna be
There
a
would have
day
been
of
even
blocking.
less
That's gonna be
drama,
amazing.
and I wouldn't even
Yes.
made my videos that I made on Yaira about it other than the review. That would have been the end of it. But because of this, it's an inconsistency. And now this is another inconsistency. So Eric responds, what do you define as libertarian values? Now this is interesting. This is interesting because I'm I'm wondering why he's focusing on this. I wonder why. Let's see
Oh my God,
why.
it's like
Okay.
M 2.0.
The no income tax line from
Right.
Horseman. I put the parentheses behind line. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. In the Horseman, which before people say you didn't read it, I have it
Horseman
in my hand. There's a line where the Horseman is moving his sister
Different
and nephew to Texas, away from the city he was in because he's in some crime trouble. Some criminals are coming after him, right? He moves to Texas and he says, the great thing about this is that there's no income tax too. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a libertarian thing. Don't believe me? Let's look at what the co-founder of Being Libertarian, Eric July himself, look at this section up here, co-founder of Being Libertarian. Let's see what Mr. Eric July has to say. What is that on his hat? What is that on his hat? Taxation is theft? Interesting. It's almost as if that is a libertarian value.
Oh, shit.
And this is in ISOM 1. Now, I knew back in 2023, the second I picked up this book, read it, and saw that artwork of him with the taxation is theft on his hat, I knew from that moment that there was no way that they were ever going to leave their politics at the door. I knew that it was already an impossibility because he broke it on the first book. He could have put anything on his hat. He could have put the Riververse logo. He could have put his band. He could have put some kind of a movie or